There are two dimensions to it. One is, what is the technology capable of? The second thing, though, is adoption and how open are we as an industry to really embrace it? And how open are we to really go through the transformative steps, some of which are outlined, to really make the most of it? So on the technology curve, we can, of course, think about, is there an upper limit in terms of how good AI will get? I doubt there is, to be perfectly frank. So the technology side allows us a very, very fundamental transformation. If we think it all the way to its end, you can get to a position as a bank where you basically have zero marginal cost growth of your business, where you can even fully automate any process in the bank, and you can run a fully not just digitized but almost humanless bank. You do need to make decisions which markets you want to go, which products you want to have, but you can fully automate everything else. Now, that's not yet possible, as we see that Gen AI is now morphing into AI agents, and we see the progression along those lines. They're not there yet. You still need a lot more in terms of reasoning, reflective, organizational, and operational capabilities. But that future is definitely on the horizon 3 years from now. Now, where I see our industry, though, is, and I hope I'm wrong, that we have thus far not really been willing to take the necessary steps to fundamentally rethink the way that banks or insurers work to make the most of this. We had an interesting discussion over lunch exactly about that one. If you do what I just described, financial services becomes the invisible piping behind everything in the world. Oftentimes banks and insurers don't want that, though. They do want to retain that customer interface, which I understand. But we need to be willing then to either embrace the invisibleness of the bank, or we need to take very, very bold strategic action to get to the customer interface again. And that is not a question of technology, that's a question of mindset. And mindset eats strategy every day of the week. So for me, it has the potential, to answer your question very bluntly, to very rapidly and very fundamentally transform our industry. It's a question, are we going to see more banks like Klarna that are just rapidly and very wholesale embracing it, or are we going to see a resistance and almost an effect like a prisoner's dilemma where nobody's moving?